Hello students, welcome back to Relief Tutorials. In the previous lecture we have discussed about how we can make the equation balanced. We have solved a lot of examples regarding that. Now let us move to the next topic, and that is the types of chemical reactions. First type of chemical reaction is combination reaction. The name itself says to you something, that something is getting combined. So the simple definition for these is a reaction in which two or more reactants combine to form a single product. This is the necessary condition for combination reaction, that when two or more reactants combine with each other chemically, they form a single product, is called as combination reaction. So if you just represent the equation like this, let us say X reacts with Y, they form XY. Only one product is obtained. Okay, let us take some examples. Let us say H2 reacts with O2, they form H2O. Simple. Two reactants combining with each other, they form a single product. Okay. Let us say nitrogen reacts with hydrogen, they form ammonia. No other product is obtained. Only one product is there, and that is ammonia. See, we know how to write the equations. We can mention the physical states here for each and every one. Nitrogen is gas, hydrogen is gas, ammonia is also gas. Equation must be balanced. Look at this: hydrogen 2, oxygen 2, oxygen 1. So we can make it 2 here. At the same time, hydrogen, how many hydrogens are here? 4. So you multiply 2 and make it 4. Nitrogen 2, nitrogen 1. So we can make 2 here. Hydrogens are here on the right hand side. 6 hydrogens are here. Here 2, 3s are 6. So these are some simple examples. Let us see one of the best examples from your textbook, that calcium oxide. Calcium oxide is also called as quicklime. The common name for calcium oxide is quicklime. In Gujarati we say chuno. Okay. When it is dissolved in water, it forms lime water. Chunanu pani. So it is what? CaOH twice, the chemical formula for that. Calcium hydroxide. And the common name for these is slacked lime, or it is also called as lime water, whatever you say. So if you see one reactant combined with another reactant, they form a single product. So this is the example of combination reaction. Many such examples we can study further. Okay, just for your knowledge, This chemical calcium hydroxide CaOH twice. Normally this solution is used for whitewashing the walls of the house. Whitewashing the walls of the houses, factories, furnaces. So when you apply that CaOH twice, select lime on the walls, within 2 or 3 days, it combined with carbon dioxide of the surrounding. Okay, so they react with each other and they form CaCO3 calcium carbonate. A thin solid layer of calcium carbonate is formed by the reaction of applied CaOH twice and the carbon dioxide of the surrounding, and they release as water. H2O is released. If you see here, one reactant CaOH twice reacts with CO2 to form CaCO3 and water releases. Can you see that there are two products here? So it is not the combination reaction. It is not the combination reactions, but just for the sake of understanding, I have given you this example. This layer of CaCO3 calcium carbonate gives you the shine on the walls. A thin solid layer of CaCO3 is formed, which is shiny in appearance. That is why we feel shine in the walls after the application of this CaOH twice. Okay, some more examples of combination reaction. C plus O2. When you burn coal, coal means carbon. So when we burn coal in presence of oxygen, it forms CO2 and it gives enormous amount of energy. This is also when H2 plus O2 gives to H2O, they release a certain amount of energy. But this is the reaction. If you see one reactant reacts with another reactant, they form one product only. So this is the best example of combination reaction. As well as one more thing to know in this equation is it releases enormous amount of energy. Such reactions in which energy releases are called as exothermic reactions. They are called as exothermic reactions. Many such examples we can have. Okay, when we burn any of the fuel with oxygen, means in presence of oxygen, they gives out carbon dioxide and enormous amount of energy. So this is the example of combination reaction, as well as it is the example of exothermic type of reaction. Now, since the topic is here of exothermic, let us see what do you mean by exothermic reaction, and let's have some more examples of exothermic, which may or may not be the examples of combination, but because the topic is here about exothermic reaction, exothermic reactions means in which the energy releases. If you burn methane gas in presence of oxygen, it gives out carbon dioxide, water vapor and energy. During the topic of balancing, we have gone through this equation for balancing. CH4 gas, oxygen gas, CO2 gas and also H2O in the form of vapors, it releases, but it gives out energy, so it is the example of exothermic reaction. I think the equation is not balanced. 1C, 1C. 4 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. So if you multiply 2, the hydrogen becomes 4. What about the oxygen? 2 oxygens are here, here 2 and 2, 4. So you multiply 2. So this is the balanced equation Remember, it is not the example of combination, because in combination there must be a single product. Here there are two products, so it is not the example of combination reaction, but it is the example of exothermic type of reaction. Okay, when magnesium strip, again the old example, when the magnesium ribbon or the magnesium strip is burnt in presence of oxygen, it gives out dazzling white light. It gives out magnesium oxide as a product, and also it releases heat, means it releases energy. So if you see this example carefully, one reactant react with another reactant, they form one product and also the energy. So this is the example of combination reaction, as well as it is the example of exothermic type of reaction. One more example is what? The respiration. Whatever the food we eat, for example rice, potatoes, bread, chapatis, whatever the food we eat, it is digested in our body, and carbohydrate which is present in our food is going to form in glucose during the digestion. So now this glucose which is formed after the digestion of the food, it burns in the cells. I think you know the mitochondria, which is called as what? The powerhouse of the cell. In the mitochondria, this glucose which is obtained, glucose means C6H12O6. So this glucose is burnt in presence of oxygen, and it forms carbon dioxide which we exhale. It forms water vapor, or we can say water in the liquid state in our body, and also it gives out energy. So this is the best example of exothermic reaction, because there are two products here. It is not the combination reaction, but it is the example of exothermic type of reaction. Equation is not balanced. How many C6 carbons are here? There is only one. So if you write 6 here, the carbon become balanced. What about the hydrogen? There are 12 hydrogens are here, and here only 2. So 6 molecules of hydrogen releases. Now oxygen, if you calculate, it is 6. Okay, and 6 plus 2 only 8. So there are only 8 oxygens on the left hand side, but on the right hand side there are 6 2s are 12, and 6 18 are there. Now here is 6, so 12 required to make it 18. So you just multiply this number by 6. So now if you see, there are 6 oxygen here and 12 here, so it becomes 18 and 18 on the right hand side also. So this is again the example of exothermic reaction, and the balanced equation is here. One of the students yesterday asked me that what is the use of this balancing. Nice question it was, that what is the use of, if you don't balance the equation, then what make it difference? What is the difference between balance and then not balanced equation? So look at this is the balance equation. It gives you the complete idea of respiration system, that one molecule, how many molecules are here? 1. So one molecule of glucose burnt, and it requires 6 molecules of oxygen for complete burning. This is the use of balanced chemical equation, that it gives you the perfect idea that how one molecule of glucose required how many molecules of oxygen for the complete combustion. So for complete combustion, for complete burning, it requires 6 molecules of oxygen, and during one molecule of glucose, during the combustion of one molecule of glucose, it releases 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water. So this gives you the complete idea, complete sense of the reaction, that how many molecules are taking part in the reaction and how many molecules are forming at the end of the reaction. Just like here, one molecule of methane, when burnt, it required 2 molecules of oxygen for complete combustion. Okay, so one molecule of methane, when burnt, it uses 2 molecules of oxygen from surrounding and gives you 1 molecule of carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of water. So if you don't balance the equation, you cannot get the complete idea that how many molecules are taking part and how many molecules are going to be obtained at the end of the reaction. One more example of exothermic reaction is the decomposition. Decomposition of organic matter. Decomposition of organic matter. Just like the vegetables, fruits are decomposed and they form the compost. After the decomposition, they form what? The compost manure. So this is nothing but the example of what is also one of the exothermic reaction. There is no particular equation for this because there are variety of organic matters are available. So they decompose and they form the compost manure at the end, and this is the example of exothermic reaction. Okay, so this is the topic of combination reaction, and as well as one subtopic is exothermic reaction. Now the second type of reaction is decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. The name itself says to you that decomposition means what? Breaking the particles, breaking the single particle into many. Okay, one molecule is broken into many particles is called as decomposition reaction. We can write here the definition: a reaction in which a single reactant break down to form at least 2 or more products is known as decomposition reaction. I think it's exactly opposite to combination. In combination, 2 or more reactants combine to form a single product, and here the single reactant is broken into 2 or more products. Single reactant forms 2 or more products. It is broken into pieces. This reaction is called as decomposition reaction. Normally, in the decomposition reaction, while breaking them, for example, let us discuss this by the example. Let us say we have water. Okay, so I want to break this. I want to make hydrogen and oxygen separate. So I think it's a very old example that if you take the liquid state water and if you want to break it into 2 parts, I think electricity is required. This is the breaking process of water and using electricity. So I think it is called as electrolysis process. Electrolysis. Lysis means to break. Lysis means to make them separate with the help of electricity. So it is called as electrolysis or electrodecomposition reaction. In short, what I want to give you the message is that during the decomposition reaction, one or the other type of energy we have to provide, because breaking is not the easy process. If you want to make them separate, you have to give enormous amount of energy to make them separate. During the combination reaction, we have seen that most of the combination reactions are exothermic because they releases energy. but here it is not releasing energy. Here we are providing the energy. So such type of reaction in which we are providing the energy is called as endothermic reaction. Most of, I am not saying all, most of the decomposition reaction required energy to be implemented, and only the substance will be broken into pieces, and such type of reactions are called as endothermic. So in short, we can conclude for now that most of the decomposition reactions are endothermic type of reaction. Let us say one example. CaCO3, calcium carbonate, limestone we can say. When heated, so this is a symbol for providing heat. We are providing heat. We can have the structure like this. Let us say this is Bunsen burner, and here we are having a limestone. Okay, using the pair of tongs we have holded this, and we are providing heat nearly at 1000 degrees Celsius or more. It is broken into two molecules, CaO and CO2. So CaCO3, calcium carbonate, is broken into two molecules, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So when you are performing this activity, you will see some gas is coming out, and that gas is nothing but the CO2. So what will be left here in the pair of tongs? That is what nothing but the calcium oxide. So look at this, one reactant divided into or broken into two products. So this is the example of decomposition reaction, and since we are providing heat here, also the example of endothermic reaction. So again, the conclusion of the discussion is most of the decomposition reactions are endothermic reactions. Based on which type of energy we are providing, we have different types of decomposition reactions. The first type is thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition. Thermal means heat. So the decomposition occurred due to heat is called as thermal decomposition. So this is the example of it. Okay, one more example. Let us say FeSO4, ferrous sulfate. So ferrous sulfate, when heated strongly, it is in the solid state. When heated strongly, we are providing heat. Either you can write the word heat, or you can do the symbol of this heat, delta. So when it is heated, three different products are obtained. FeSO3, ferrous sulfite. The name of this substance is ferrous sulfite, solid state, plus sulfur dioxide, gaseous state, and plus sulfur trioxide, also in the gaseous state. So three products are obtained by the breaking of one reactant. So this is the example of decomposition reaction, as well as it is the example of endothermic reaction, because we are providing heat. Okay, one more example. Third example for the thermal decomposition. First is already here, second is this, and the third is this. First is already here as CaCO3 broken into pieces. Second example is what? Ferrous sulfate. Third example, let us say lead nitrate. Formula for lead nitrate is PbNO3 twice in the solid state. Normally this lead nitrate piece is colorless. When it is heated strongly, it forms PbO, solid state, lead oxide, and it is in the form of yellow colored. See, colored can be asked in the exam, so you have to remember these colors. Along with this lead oxide, it releases nitrogen dioxide gas. Nitrogen dioxide gas it is, and it is of brown colored fumes. Brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide gas is released, and also the oxygen gas released. So one reactant is divided into 3 products. See, right now the topic is about the types of reactions, so we are not focusing on the balancing. Otherwise, each and every reaction must be balanced. If you see H2O here, H2 plus O2, so I think it should be multiplied by 2 here and 2 here. So this is the balanced chemical reaction. This equation is already balanced. This equation FeSO4 plus FeSO3 plus it is Fe2, it is Fe2SO3, it is SO2 and SO3. So this is again not balanced because there are 2 Fe, so here you have to write 2 and now it is balanced. 2 sulfur, 3 plus 2, 5 oxygens, 5 plus 3, 8 oxygens are here, so it is 4 2s are 8 oxygens are here. Okay, so this is nothing but we are not focusing on the balancing right now. The examples we are studying is about the decomposition. This is again the lead nitrate example. If you write, see, these nitrogens are 2 here nitrogen is 1. One more thing, oxygen. How many oxygens are there? 3 to 6 oxygens are here. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oxygens are here. You have to make it balanced. Okay, so I think nitrogens are only 1 here, so you can initially write 2 here. But if you write 2 here, oxygen will be 4 plus 1, 5 plus 2, 7. So it will make the odd number. So you just write 4 here. So what the even number can be obtained? Here you can write 2. Here you can write 2. I think it is balanced. Let us see. Pb2. Nitrogen 2 2s are 4. It is 4. Oxygen 3 2s are 6 and 6 2s are 12. It is 2. 2 plus 8, 10 and 10 plus 2. You can do balancing by your own. We are just focusing on the types. So the first type of decomposition was thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition means decomposition with the help of heat. So in all these examples we are providing heat. Here was the example. Here we are not providing heat. Here we are providing electricity. So the second type of decomposition reaction is electrodecomposition reaction, or also called as electrolysis process, in which we are applying electricity to break the molecule. So this is the example here, that H2O is broken into 2 parts, hydrogen and oxygen, with the help of electricity. Same way you can decompose NaCl. First of all you have to convert it into liquid state. So liquid state of NaCl is divided into Na and Cl2. You can make it balanced by writing 2 like this, and here again we are providing electricity. So this is the example of what? Electrolysis process. 2 examples of electrolysis, 3 examples of actually thermal decomposition reaction we have seen. Third type of decomposition reaction is in which we are providing light as the energy. If you provide light as energy, it is called as photochemical decomposition reaction. Photo is the word for light. So here the photo means light is used as energy to break the molecule. It is also called as photolysis. Just like the electrolysis, it is photolysis. Normally, there are seven of the examples. Silver compounds. Silver compound, not silver. Silver compounds are sensitive to light. So let us say AgCl, silver chloride in the solid state. The color of silver chloride is normally white. Name of this compound is silver chloride. When exposed to sunlight, means light is falling on these silver chloride compounds. So what happens? Silver and chlorine gets separated. Okay, grayish white. We know the color of silver is grayish white and chlorine is yellowish green colored. So this way, with the help of light, decomposition reaction occurs. Same another compound you can think for silver bromide, AgBr. Pale yellow color silver bromide is again decomposed when it is exposed to sunlight. Silver and bromine get separated. Silver again the same grayish white color, and bromine, as per the name, it is brown in color. This way again you can make it balanced by writing 2 like this. So this way there are 3 different types of decomposition reactions we have seen. Thermal decomposition, electrolysis, as well as photolysis. Photolysis means photochemical decomposition reaction. Along with this, we have seen 2 more topics simultaneously: exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction means in which the energy to be given. Exothermic means exo means exit, energy exits, energy releases. Okay, so many such examples you can find by yourself by following the different books. Maximum examples I have given you. So today we have done 2 types of chemical reactions: combination reaction and decomposition reaction. 2 more type of chemical reaction to be studied: displacement reaction and oxidation reduction reaction. Till then, best of luck.